Hey, what's up guys, it's Tom here, and I can officially call myself a 7-figure Amazon FBA seller now, and I'm gonna show you the screen real quick. So I'm gonna go click on this, go to year to date, and then click on apply, and year to date we're at almost $1.1 million in sales. Hey, what's up guys? My name is Tom, and in this video, I want to share my story with you guys, my experience with you guys as an Amazon FBA private label seller, and how I was able to quit my full-time job, grow my business from zero to over $1 million per year, and basically just have a conversation with you guys. So it's gonna be me talking in this video. If you wanna minimize this or if you wanna watch me, it's all good. And I just wanna have a very, very casual conversation and kind of guide you guys through the story, because it was definitely not sunshine and rainbow. I've almost gave up on my Amazon FBA journey while I was working a 9 to 5 and had a very, very comfortable corporate job. And yeah, I just wanna maybe share this story with the world and inspire you who's watching this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll take this back to when I was working a 9 to 5 and how I actually discovered Amazon FBA. So how I discovered Amazon FBA was back in 2016, there was a huge hoverboard craze, right? The hoverboards were coming out and they were going viral on social media. At that time, I was looking to apply for a job because I just graduated from a college. And prior to that, I was actually kicked out of 3 different colleges, and that's a totally different story that I can share with you guys another day if you're interested. But I would finally graduate from the college. I was at home looking for a job, and I was spending a lot of time online, and I came across these hoverboards, and I thought, hey, that's an awesome opportunity for me to maybe import them from China, brand them, and sell them online. And I was so determined for this to be my first online business that I hired a lawyer, incorporated, spent literally all my life savings buying these hoverboards from China. And I learned a lot of lessons through that experience, because these hoverboards were huge, they were very heavy, they had a battery inside. So when you were importing them from China, it was a complete nightmare. I thought I was able to just list these products on a website, my own website, and make the website look really nice, have a Facebook page, an Instagram page, and the traffic will will automatically come, and I was gonna make hundreds and thousands of dollars, and I couldn't be more naive, right? And that's okay, because you live and you learn. So how I came across Amazon FBA was actually through a friend's friend who approached me. He knew that I was selling these hoverboards and basically said, hey, why don't I take some of the hoverboards off of your hands and I sell them on Amazon for you? And if I sell any on Amazon and we make a profit, I'll split that with you. And I was like, dude, that's why would I say no to that? Because at the time I was literally making 0 sales on my own website. I was only selling these on local Craigslist and meeting up with people and stuff like that. It was not something I want to do, right? Driving to places and meeting up with people and cash, things I really wanted to build an online business. So I actually got a job during that time. I got a job at Yellow Pages, and that's when I actually started working as an account manager at Yellow Pages. No, I didn't just sell phone books. That's what I thought before I applied at Yellow Pages as well. I was like, man, I'm gonna be working at a phone book company in 2016. I applied for 20 different jobs and I got rejected by every single one of them, because on my resume it didn't say you had sales representative or account management title or experience. So anyway, I got a job at Yellow Pages, and that's when I started working my 9 to 5. And I was building this hoverboard business at the same time as well, right? So my friend, the first day I remember he got some copywriting and some images and listed on Amazon.com. And I'm from Canada, so we didn't really use Amazon at the time. And to be honest with you, not a whole lot of people, I think more and more people use Amazon now. But where I'm from back then, I thought Amazon was a place where you sell old textbooks. And the first day I remember he listed on Amazon, it was fulfilled by merchant, right? And we sold 2 or 3 units. And I was like, holy crap, that was insane, because he didn't do any work other than listing the product on Amazon, and sales started coming in right away. So at that point, I was like, okay, I need to drop everything I'm doing now when it comes to the own website and find out what this Amazon FBA thing is. So I read a couple blogs, and at that time, there weren't a lot of information like there is now on YouTube, and everybody's talking about Amazon FBA. At that time, very, very limited information. And I basically just did a lot of research, right? And I was like, man, this model makes a lot of sense. Like, you brand your own products, you sell on Amazon, you leverage off of the traffic that Amazon already has and the conversion that Amazon already has. And that's actually one of the lessons that I learned about e-commerce is when it comes to e-commerce or any business in general, there's only two factors, traffic and conversion. Traffic means how many people are going to be visiting your physical store, visiting your online store, how much traffic are there? If there's no traffic, then no one's going to be buying your product. Conversion just means you get tons of traffic, but if no one buys, then what's good? Like, that traffic is useless, right? So with Amazon, it offers you the traffic and it offers you the conversion because people, they have their credit card on file, they trust Amazon, they come on Amazon to buy products. And I just thought, wow, that's a beautiful business model. And the best part is that you don't have to actually go to UPS or post office every day to ship out your products. Amazon will do it all for you. That's absolutely amazing. So anyway, I started learning this, and at that time was like 2016. So around April 2016, I started doing product research with my girlfriend, and it was very passive because I was still working at 9 to 5. And I was actually very focused on my 9 to 5 because I wanted to prove everybody wrong, essentially, who didn't hire me. The first day I remember at Yellow Pages, one of the guys' name is Pavan. He made actually $250,000 selling digital advertising at Yellow Pages. And for me, my personal goal was to make $100,000 salary first year out of school. And I was so determined to do that. So when I saw him making $250K, I was like, okay, well, if I just make 50% of what he does, I'd be over my budget. So I learned everything from Pavan when it comes to sales. And long story short, I was very, very focused. I was very determined to actually make a lot of money. And long story short, he finished number 2 in the entire country in 2016. And I actually finished number 3 in the country in 2016. So needless to say, I actually made a little bit more than what I had anticipated. But it was not by fluke, it was not by luck. I literally copied everything this guy did. And so I was very busy with my 9 to 5. And while I was working my 9 to 5 at home on the weekends, I would passively do some product research. And at that time, my girlfriend was kind of doing this with me as well. And we found a product, it was super competitive, but we were quite blown away by the numbers. And the cool thing back then is you can actually buy reviews, and it was 100% legal. So our strategy to launch this product was to just buy a lot of reviews. I had a really good paying job, so cash flow wasn't an issue. I was willing to dump money into this business. And for me, I think that's one of the things, like, my personality is that I like to take risks. Money, like, I like to just like throw money at the wall and see what sticks almost. It's a little bit irresponsible the way I said it, but that's just how I am. Like, I just throw money at it and see if it sticks or not. So just before we launched the product, Amazon actually shut down the whole review thing. So we're like, okay, well, we live in Canada. We don't know anybody in the States. How the hell are we going to get reviews? Anyway, we figured it out. We got in touch with bloggers and this and that, and we got 20 reviews. We launched in a super competitive market, and we had no idea what the hell we were doing. Like, when it comes to keyword research or ranking, zero clue, literally zero. We had no idea because no one was teaching this stuff. But needless to say, after the first month, we actually made like $8,000 in revenue selling this super competitive product. So at that time, it wasn't like enough money for me to quit my job or anything like that, but it was like a proof of concept. It was like, wow, this actually works. And for me, I've tried so many different things to make money online before and nothing really worked. So this was the first time where it was like, whoa, like, we're onto something here, right? So at that time, around February to March 2017, Amazon rolled out this enhanced brand content. So I was like, okay, cool, I want to jump on this enhanced brand content. I changed my entire listing, and then sales dropped right away. And I started freaking out. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I changed so many things. I changed the price, I changed the title, I changed this, I changed that, I changed everything. And I didn't know what factor actually caused the decrease in sales. So we started freaking out, and our sales dropped from like $8,000 to like $1,000 per month. And later I found out it was actually due to indexation. So like a lot of our keywords got de-indexed. And obviously if you're de-indexed, you can't find out anything about that on Amazon. Later on, we're like, all right, well, this works. Let's launch one more product. So we launched another product, and that product was a huge failure because we actually launched a product that was a massive fad, and by the time we launched the product, the entire market has already been done. Price dropped from like $19 to like $9 or even to $5, and there was no more demand for that product. It was literally just a fad, and we were stuck with like 2,500 units. And that time, we tried to make everything work. We used viral launch. We got to page 1, spot 1, but sales weren't coming in. And it was just very, very discouraging, to say the least. And I was still working my 9 to 5, and I was putting in a lot of work. Like in 2017, from January until like, I would say the entire year pretty much, I was working my ass off. I was working my 9 to 5. I get up early in the morning at 7 o'clock. Well, guess that's not too early. 7 o'clock, eat breakfast, go to work, and then come back from work my ass off in front of the computer, park there until midnight. On the weekend, I will work. We were just working all the time. Like that year, I literally grinded the shit out of myself. And anyway, at that time, around August to September, I actually wanted to give up on this Amazon thing just because it wasn't working very well. Like we weren't making any money. I believe from January until August, we made like $1,000 in profit or something like that. And honestly, it wasn't worth my time. I could have went out and picked like cans and recycled them. I would have made more money. So it became very discouraging. And I had this for me, I have this thing where I'm like very distracted easily, right? I'm not sure about you guys, but I'm like, all right, like here's an opportunity. I want to do everything. And that time I was like, you know what? Like I'll just do something else. There's other ways to make money online. There's drop shipping. There's this. There's that. Screw it. Amazon FBA. I'll just do something else. But my girlfriend is quite stubborn in a good way, and she's like, no, like we're so deep into this. It obviously works. Don't give up, right? So I was like, all right, well, don't give up. Let's just put more money into this. Again, I didn't really care too much about the money. It was more about the return on my time. And my girlfriend was like, all right, I found this other product. Let's do it. We launched it. We made sure that we learned from our previous mistakes where it wasn't a fad product. It wasn't this, it wasn't that. And at that time, I started documenting my journey on YouTube. And through documenting my journey on YouTube, I was able to meet so many cool people, right? I was interacting a lot in Facebook groups and this and that, just talking to people who are more established than me. And one of the things I learned is like, you don't know what you don't know. So I didn't know a lot of things, and I didn't know that I didn't know those things. But once I started talking to people, I'm like, whoa, like my mind is blown. Like they're great marketers. They do this, they do that, and they taught me how to rank for keywords, this and that, and it was awesome, right? And I started learning lots from these people, and these people are essentially my mentors. And it was everybody in the Facebook group that I interacted with. Remember Anthony Bui-Tran from Seller Tradecraft? He had this like balls to the wall spreadsheet. I was like, holy crap, like you can actually quantify everything? That's amazing. So I got that spreadsheet, and there was a lot of more people. I can't even begin naming them, but everybody started helping me and I started helping them. And we built a community, and I started documenting my journey. And this is during the time where my third product launched, and that product basically just took off. And that regained our confidence. We started doing $500 a day, $1,000 a day, $2,000 a day, so on and so forth. And I was actually able to quit my job on December the 14th, 2017. And the funny story about that is what happened. Okay, so I was documenting my journey on YouTube, right? And I had a Facebook group, I had a Facebook page, and a bunch of people started liking my Facebook page. And my time, at the time, my whole saying is like, oh, quitting my 6-figure salary job to pursue Amazon FBA full time. And that was my angle, that was my personal brand, right? And a bunch of people at work found out, and the head of HR managers actually found out, and the C-level executives found out, and they were like, Tom, you can't be saying stuff like this while you're still working your 9 to 5. So they kind of gave me like an ultimatum. It's like, well, what do you want to do? At the time, I wanted to quit my job in March, because in March, I get a fat bonus. My bonus last year was like $45,000. So this year I was like waiting for that and then quit. But then, I really thought about it and I was like, something deep inside of me was like, you always want to be an entrepreneur. You always wanted to do this. You always want to do that. This is your chance. You have some money saved up. Amazon money is starting to come in. But I actually want to let you guys know about the Amazon money. So with Amazon, right, it's very, very heavy in cash flow. Even though by the time I quit my full-time job, I was making like 25,000 on Amazon per month, but I didn't take any money out because all the money that I made, I had to reinvest back into business to buy more inventory, to launch more products. So when I quit my job, it wasn't because Amazon like did super, super well and I was cashing in and it was replacing my job. No, like it was just kind of a proof of concept, just knowing that, hey, if I can invest more time into Amazon, I can possibly scale my business even more. And so I quit my job, and from when I quit my job to April, we were able to scale our business by tenfold. We went from $25,000 a month to $200,000 a month. It was absolutely insane. Every single day was like higher, 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 higher. We launched more products. We have really nice branding on our products. I started documenting my journey even more. At that time, I launched a coaching program as well. So that was nice because I had money coming in from that. There's no cost, it's just my time. So I was living off of that as well as my savings essentially. And Amazon, I was still not taking any money out. And obviously April came around, our account got suspended due to some like review bullshit. That was unfortunate, but hey, lesson learned. We lost over $200,000 in revenue. Got our account back about a month and a half later. It was actually one of the darkest times in my Amazon FBA journey per se. It was not fun at all. So we got that back, and then we basically took a little while to get back to where we are today. And we're dealing with a lot of hijackers, and that's when I learned that Amazon is really, it's a platform, it's a great platform. I'm thankful that I can sell on Amazon, but there's a lot of loopholes that people can do to really screw you up. Especially, that I'm documenting my journey, I'm putting myself out there in the world, and I'm gonna get haters, right? Not everybody's gonna like me, and that's okay. Not everybody's gonna like anybody. Like even, the world's most perfect human, he's still gonna have people that hate him. And that's the thing. It's like me documenting my journey, sharing my journey with you guys, but there's other people out there that can potentially screw up my business, it sucks. There are actually people out there that will try to screw up your business. For YouTube, for example, someone was buying massive dislikes to my videos. Like, that's just, they're purposely going out of their way to sabotage your business in a very, very negative way, which is crazy to think about. But I guess it's behind the computer. They don't feel like there's another person, but like there's actually another person behind the computer screen. Anyway, that's kind of like a dilemma that I had, and through that, I'm sure some people know my store, and anyway. So yeah, now we're doing, this year from January 1st until October, whatever, I think this year we're gonna be doing 1.5 million, which is really cool. My steps for next part of my journey is really branch off of Amazon and build an actual brand. We hired someone from Brand Builder Summit who actually spoke there. His name is Max. He's coming in town next week, actually. And he's been doing a lot of market research for us to find out who our customers are, how we can improve on our brand messaging, create a brand story. That way, when we go outside of Amazon, such as Facebook ads, we know who to target and what kind of brand messaging we can speak to them, we can portray to them. So that's kind of cool, and I'm really excited about that. And I'm just looking at Amazon as another channel now. I really want to get off of Amazon in terms of diversification, just because I think it's so risky. And if you can have a fan base outside of Amazon, you can launch any products on Amazon. If we can build a massive fan base of like 8,000 email subscribers, 10,000 email subscribers, 5,000 ManyChat lists, which is really easy to do. I believe if you want to launch another competitive product on Amazon in your niche that your customers are looking for, you can rank, you can get reviews. That's not an issue. So it's really interesting because now I'm looking at things backwards. It's like what George Bryan said, it's all about relationships, guys. Like at the end of the day, there's another person behind a computer screen who's buying your product. They have pain, desires, emotion. And if you can help them to actually achieve their goals and make their life feel better, they will love your brand. And that's what really business is. It's providing value And for me, I've been documenting my journey on Amazon, and throughout this experience, I get to talk to a lot of different sellers, right? I get to talk to beginners, intermediate, advanced sellers. And what's really cool about my position is I get to see like people's pain points, right? And for me, at the end of the day, I think business is all about solving that pain point. For example, we have a company that's going to be relaunching as an agency for Amazon sellers where we do copywriting, graphic design. I was spending a lot of time and effort, energy looking for a solid graphic designer, and I couldn't find any on Fiverr. So finally, I came across my friend Russell, who's an absolute genius when it comes to design, and we formed the business, and it just makes a lot of sense. And we couldn't have formed that business if I didn't have an audience, because we didn't do any advertising, and our business is doing quite well because we found a pain point. We understand our customers, we understand what they're looking for. We can offer value that's better than anybody else in the marketplace, and I'll have an audience where I can basically just introduce a solution to their pain point. And whenever you can solve someone's pain point, someone's gonna pay you money for it, right? Period. So yeah, I'm really excited for the next chapter of my journey of Amazon. My goal is to sell this business for $10 million, and I think it's very doable. We're launching more products, we're getting into Facebook ads. We are launching a new brand. I'm really excited about that. And how I'm launching the new brand is by doing it backwards. Bulletproof Coffee by Dave Asprey. He actually launched Bulletproof, which is a huge company now. He launched it off of a blog because his whole thing is like offer value, get a following, and then introduce a solution to that following, right? So that's really interesting. I think it's a very long-term approach. It's not like, oh, I need to rank on page 1 tomorrow, because that's the short term. If you play the long term, you'll always win. So yeah, I'm super excited. I'm thankful for you guys to even follow my journey, because there's a lot of guys you can follow in the space, and I'm thankful that you guys are watching my videos, and I try to provide as much value to you guys as possible. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm really excited as well because we're going to be reopening our course very shortly. We're just doing some back-end stuff right now, and probably in the New Year's we'll reopen our course to help other people to succeed on Amazon as well as off of Amazon. So if you're interested, let me know. I'll get you guys into that, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, if you guys made it to the end of this video watching me blabbering, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up button for me if you want. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and comment something. I always read all the comments and whatnot. So yeah, anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next video. We're gonna do some sort of a behind the screen tutorial for you guys, which I'm really excited about. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope to see you guys in the next one.